Yo, people, welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to the first episode of Coach's Tactics. We go into different teams, there's tactics and how they set up and how each team works. Today, of course, we will discuss the mighty Chelsea. We will have Stephen representing the mighty town, the mighty Luton town, if wants to add him. There we go. Stephen representing my town. And then, of course, the Aussie boys. Spurs.
Hello,
Aussie
can't
Spurs.
lie. You can't call us Aussie boys, mate. You cannot call us Aussie boys. We're the Englishmen, lads. We're the English. What are you on about, Aussie boys? All good, all good. Good to make my debut on this channel, got to say.
Yeah, excited to have you. A Brentford fan will join in a few minutes, then we'll can discuss a bit more about Brentford, how they set up. But yeah, oh guys, the season been with Steven. The season it's just been one game so far. But,
Stop
have you
start.
seen
Stop.
yeah the season for you? Just watching it on far neutral. Any enjoying for you? No.
I'm not sure really. I don't know. I until like 10 games are gone, I don't think we're gonna know like any like top 11. 10
Yeah.
games is the mark where people are going to sort of finish in the table. Everyone looks at the table after about 10 games. Someone looks 1, 2, 3 games in because it could all change. But just one game in. I mean, I don't even know what our first 11 is going to be. Chelsea fan thinks we're going to beat them.
It
I'm
has
going to
been
say I was going to say
that if Luton draw or beat Chelsea around the 90-minute mark, my visa would have been sorted, and I will be able to fly over to Luton to play for Luton. So I can go on to loan there and not support this season.
Well, when the 90-minute mark.
Yeah, but if we beat them just now, the medical failed or the visa couldn't be confirmed. So yeah, of course, Mickey Mouse, aka Mason Mount, confirmed that they lost 3-0 to Burnley in the Close match. But
he's on my wavelength.
That's them. That's them. We leave them in their bubble. But it is, of course, his debut. Josh,
you look too smug, Josh. You look too smug. There, sitting there.
Lads, look, I'm on a happy day today. Happy week. I hope everyone's having a great week because I am. I mean, after that United game, it is a magnificent game from Tottenham. I mean, we'll get more into it, obviously, but I think when you look at the game, it was more. I was more happy in terms of the tactical aspect than the final result. I mean, if we were even to go 1-0 win or I'm saying 5-0, it doesn't matter. I'm happy about the tactical aspect from the game. When you look into these games, the likes of Arsenal 1-0 over Crystal Palace, or City versus Newcastle, you could the results at the end of the day. The results don't say much. It's how you play that's the most important, in my opinion, at least. And I look at every single game, and I'm more interested in how we played, and especially at this time where we need to be just going on a trajectory, going up. We need to, and as long as we are going up, as long as we don't have to win every single game, but as long as we're going up.
Even the Arsenal game, the Man City game, they done what they needed to do. They didn't push like They didn't raise their game. They were just done enough to win. Or did
No,
Palace push
yeah.
Arsenal and did Newcastle? Because I don't think Newcastle really set out to beat Man City. They're looking up for a draw. It looks to me Newcastle was
Yeah.
going for a draw.
So the thing with the Newcastle and Arsenal game is, first of all, the Newcastle game versus City, it was such a tough game for City. I think, in my opinion, I had City beating Newcastle, but it was just a very good game from Newcastle. I don't think City expected Newcastle to be that good. Now Arsenal Crystal Palace, I think they did a very, very good job. Kept a clean sheet, which I gave not Ollie. I gave Ollie and Connor quite a fair amount of stick for not keeping a clean sheet, because in my opinion, I think, like I said, when you're 2-0 up, especially in the 80th minute, big boy mentality is to keep a clean sheet. You don't want to lose. Look at Tottenham, 2-0 up to United, keep a clean sheet. That's how you do it. Now against Crystal Palace, fair play to them. I mean, they went out to attack and towards the 80th minute, 70th, 80th minute, they went out to attack, but then they weren't afraid to keep the ball composed. I think overall though it was a very, very good game, and just glad tactically Tottenham Hotspur were smashing it over United.
Yeah, of course we also.
Yeah, you did it like you had the majority of the play.
Yeah. So be up yourself, Tyler.
Bosh.
So
the thing that
Go on, Stephen.
The two that went missing in that game, there's no Casemiro, he didn't look good, and nor did Mount. Well, why is Mount even playing?
Yeah.
Good question.
I mean, he's out for the next 2 games. I think Man United are thankful that he's gone.
I think that's really harsh. I think that's really harsh for Mount. The way I see Mount is, I'm like, he needs to be fit in a system that suits him. I think when you get to a place like Chelsea, you don't get to. Yeah, and he was one of the most creative players at Chelsea. Just remember that. I think when you go to a side like Man United,
I wouldn't say last season. I would say
since him being there and around the first team, he's been one of the most creative players.
In general. I think he's talking about in general.
No, in general, in general, since he's been around the starting 11, he's been.
You say he's a creative player, yeah, right, I get that. So if he's a creative player, shouldn't he be able to mould into Man United's way of playing?
Right, so this is what I'm saying. I think the reason why he's not, it's only 2 games in, you can't read too much into it. It's only 2 games in, and also you got to remember, he's playing that creative role where it's the exact same role that Bruno Fernandes plays. As much as people say that, he might be a complete central midfielder, he isn't a complete central midfielder. He goes and gets the assist. Bruno Fernandes gets the assist, therefore he's a creative midfielder. When Mount comes into that team, you got to remember, he's used to Chelsea for the past, God knows how long. He's used to the same tactics, and now going into United, it's a completely different team. Completely, in my opinion, it's levels above Chelsea. It's a big difference. And
that's a good point.
It's a completely different.
But does he? But okay, could you blame it on Ten Hag? Could you blame it on Ten Hag where he's asking what he's doing? Because I don't think he knows what he's doing. It looked like he was lost.
Yeah.
What role I
can blame it on Ten Hag. I would blame it on Ten Hag. Ten Hag.
Because you think that you looked at him on Sunday. He looked like Saturday. He looked lost.
Exactly.
He didn't know where he was meant to be and what role he was meant to be doing.
Yeah, correct.
Also, one thing that's a big factor is Mount usually pushes up, so I think that's one way Spurs almost got into United, because Casemiro, I think we all can agree, he doesn't have the legs.
You got to remember that you can't take.
Yes, but I think there was a.
We can pick Man United apart all day long, but you got to give some credit to Tottenham because they went out and done the job.
Correct.
True.
Correct. I think the way we did it. Correct. But you also got to remember the way we did it is really basic. I mean, it's extremely basic, and if you come up against Tottenham, you knew what you were going to expect. They knew what they were going to expect. They were going to expect the fullbacks to be inverted. Therefore, we will be crowded. If you can move, by the way, Hannah, if you can move the 4 towards like in between 6 and 3, yeah, in between there, 6 and 3, yeah, and then move the 1 in between 7 and 2. Yeah, that's how it basically looks. It basically looks like that, and we're going up. The 6 and a 4 pushes up a bit more. And then the 6 and a 7, sorry, pushes up a bit more, and then the 5, which is Basuma, also goes up. So it crowds that midfield, makes number 10 and number 9 makes number 10 and number 8 go in. The wingers go in, and therefore it makes a complete chaos for Manchester United. As much as I can say Tottenham Hotspur played amazing, United kind of just fell in a trap, and Tottenham Hotspur's attacking and brilliance from the inverted fullbacks just absolutely smashed it for Tottenham.
So if you were playing that, were you sort of giving Madison a sort of a free role, were you? To do his creative bit, were you just giving Madison a sort of like free role?
Yeah,
hold your position, but you can move about a bit and be a bit more creative.
Exactly, but exactly like that. But I wasn't expecting that against United. I was expecting Casemiro to be literally man marking Maddison so he wouldn't get the ball. I was expecting Bissouma to have more of the creativeness. Pape Matar to have more of the creativeness.
I thought that.
Yeah.
I thought Maddison and Casemiro would have a battle, but they didn't.
Like,
I was expecting Casemiro or Maddison, but it didn't look that way.
Let me move the attackers up a bit. So you're like almost expecting something like this. There's him man marking, and then the rest of United. There. Mount, Bruno, Mustaine trying to stop these Basuma and Sa from getting the ball. And then the back four doing that, but most what you said.
Every time Man United try to put something together, Tottenham pressed them.
Yeah, Tottenham pressed them, definitely. So
Man United tried to do the whole Man United thing by passing the ball out of the back and creating something through midfield. But Tottenham pressed it and made them move the ball quicker, and it suited Tottenham better than it suited Man United.
Exactly. Now, Hannah, if you could
Tottenham grabbed the game, Man United didn't like the way it was going.
7. If you can move the 9 and 7 to like it's vertically, so it's vertical, yeah.
So almost in line.
Yep. Okay, so that was one point of view which we could have played. Now put it horizontally. The 7 and 9.
Like this.
Perfect. Now that is how we press, and it's perfect because we press with a 4 up front. I think when you press so harshly, and that's what I've been critical about with Tottenham, that they don't press. We press perfectly versus United, and tactically, we played a fantastic game with the likes of the centre-backs or the back four going forward. They were a very, very high line, and you get the likes of Basuma and Pape Matar helping out in the midfield. Now, I want to touch there on that centre-back pairing between Mickey van der Ven and Romero for a second. Now, both of them, if anyone gets past Mickey van der Ven, you have the pace of Mickey van der Ven to cover up. You have the pace of Destiny Udogie to cover up. Now, what I was scared about was that if number 10 was a left winger, which was Marcus Rashford, I was scared that Marcus Rashford would play left winger, because if we've got Romero isn't known for his pace, he's fast, but he's not known for his pace. But then you got Emerson Royale as an inverted fullback, which isn't you got Pedro Porro as an inverted fullback, which wouldn't do great for a system which has Marcus Rashford on the left. Yeah, so I think that would have been so dangerous. Stephen, I want to get your point of view as a neutral. Where do you think United could have attacked Tottenham Hotspur and really capitalize on it?
Oh, it's hard because you press so well. I mean, Man United didn't. I mean, they tried to slow it down. They tried to make it work faster and that, and none of what Man United were doing wasn't working. The only way Man United could have worked is if they played the ball over the top and let Marcus Rashford run onto it.
Correct.
If the ball was played over the top, it's old school, but if Man United played sort of route one over the top, Rashford could have nicked 1 or 2 goals because of his pace.
Yeah,
but they were trying to pass it and it just didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Route one sometimes is old fashioned, but if you're gonna unlock defenses, Try over the top. Try through balls. Try anything you can to get Rashford in.
And that's a good point
Because, like
we
you said, you were
saw.
pressing, and if you're pressing, you put a ball over the top while you're pressing, you're leaving gaps.
Yeah, and one thing to note, what you said with the long ball.
But you played a superb game, and I can't fault it.
If United actually expected them to invert, then they could have easily played the ball always over the top on Romero's side, and let maybe
They probably
in the
saw
last
it. But
30
then again,
minutes Garnacho on and play long ball.
Man United are the teams that see how Man United are one of these teams that see how teams line up. So if Tottenham played inverted, and then Man United saw that, they'll convert back to a back four, and then Man United have to change their formation again. So every different aspect of the game, Tottenham were trying different things to try and counter what Man United were doing. Man United had nothing. They had no answer for Tottenham because Tottenham were pressing.
But you also got to say that United won there. United won on their A game. I put United on my Premier League predictions on my channel. I put them second because I honestly think they will finish second. But currently, they're still clicking into their system. You got to understand that Tottenham Hotspur completely uploaded the midfield and completely destroyed United's midfield because they put in an extra 2 men. I mean, that makes a huge difference. Now, the wingers is what I said earlier, and I'm going to say that again. The wingers is where Tottenham Hotspur need to be careful. If you look at the likes of Brighton or Newcastle, where they got Almiron or Matoma, or Harvey Barnes for that.
Barnes, I was going to say Barnes.
Yeah, you look at the likes of Liverpool, where they got Salah, they got let's say Luis Diaz. Those are the ones that I'm scared about. I'm scared about those wingers because the wingers aren't going to come inside to defend. They're not. They're going to have to leave it to their midfielders. And trust me, the midfield of, let's say, Arsenal was able to cope with Tottenham.
There's always ways to counter midfielders, though. There's always ways to counter wingers. Play it through the middle. The wingers don't have no looking if you play for the middle.
Yeah.
When you've got the ball, you've got to play for the middle. When you haven't got the ball, you've got to watch the wingers. But don't ever play winger to winger because Tottenham, Liverpool will destroy you.
Correct.
Brighton will destroy you. Yeah. If you play for the middle, Liverpool ain't got a midfield at the moment. They've bought someone. They bought the Japan bloke, haven't they? But that's he's got to adapt to the Premier League. Yeah, whoever plays them at the moment has got to play for the middle, and they're going to unlock them.
I think that there's a massive difference between when you play two in the midfield like we played last year, which I kept on my channel. People were getting frustrated with the fact that we're playing two in midfield, and it's not. You can't play two in midfield anymore. It's physically impossible, especially when you're looking at the likes of Newcastle, City, United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, all the big boys. They're aggressive. I mean, so I'm even going to put you into this conversation. You got Luton Town, Bournemouth, Sheffield United, the young English teams that are now getting promoted. They're now going to start studying and learning how physical the Premier League is. And when you have two in midfield, it's not enough. And especially if your two in the midfield is a very weak two in the midfield. And I'm not talking about let's say a Kevin De Bruyne and let's say a Rodri, where that's extremely strong. I'm talking about when you got the likes of Højbjerg and Bentancur. We look at Bentancur, who's a central midfielder, but he likes to go up, but he can't go up because then he's going to leave Højbjerg. By himself. And you look at exposed. Sorry, yeah, thanks for English. And I was looking for for Højbjerg, and Højbjerg by himself is crap. He's not good enough.
Hashtag Bobby out. But yeah, go on. Yeah.
I'm just saying. I think with Luton, I think we're gonna have to be. I think we're physical enough to battle, but it's the individual brilliance that's going to undo us. We've got to cut out, like against Brighton, we've got to cut out the silly mistakes because the Premiership will punish you. We saw that Brighton killed us the last 10 minutes. We played around a bit, they destroyed us. It flattened them a little bit.
A question I
Did
got
a little
for
bit, but
Josh.
yeah, the
Go
mistakes.
ahead, Joe. Your thoughts on Son and Kulusevski's performance? Because I know they haven't been the most standout. Basically, the whole front three,
Oh yeah,
almost.
Josh.
Because
Correct.
what's going on with them? Just like Ange, is it the new formation, the new setup? What's going on?
I think when you look at Tottenham and you look at where they're most dangerous, they are the most dangerous so far was, and in the previous years it's the wingers. We've always been dangerous in the wingers. You look at Sonny, he's always been clinical in the wingers. You look at Harry Kane, he always drifts wide, gets the ball and like to ping it. I mean, Mora and Kulusevski now, Lamella, we've always been very, very, very dangerous in the wingers. And you look at Kulusevski, he's not finding that sweet spot in between. He needs to find the sweet spot between scoring a goal and crossing the ball. So far, he's just doing it too much, and it's going above the bar. It's not good enough. His dribbling is fantastic, but his shooting is not good enough. Sonny, he's taking up the captaincy role, and I think it's a brilliant role to take over. And he's gonna feel the weight above his shoulders, obviously, from taking it from Hugo. I think Hugo was a interesting captain, not the best, but an interesting captain. And with Sonny, I think he needs to get back on form ASAP. I'm happy now that it's not all about Sonny now, because it used to be, oh, Sonny or Kane, come on, just help us now. It's not anymore that. It's the likes of James Maddison, or Bissouma, Kulu, Saar, I mean Richie, put in the goal or something. So now it's a bit calm now, but I think Sonny has to have a good game, otherwise, a good season. Otherwise, it's not looking good for the South Korean. I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking good.
Yeah.
Do you think someone's got a bit of pressure though?
I said yes and no. I think he's got a little bit of pressure because of that captaincy. I think that takes a lot of responsibility from a person. But then I look at the fact that when you look at the previous years, such as Champions League era, City, it was Sonny. Ajax, Sonny had to play a vital role in there. You look at the likes of Dortmund, Sonny, Barcelona, Sonny. You know, Sonny was a lot of this whole era of Tottenham Hotspur in the past 5-6 years, and now I think you can take the weight off his shoulder a little bit, because you got James Maddison in there. You got attacking players in there, which I think Tottenham Hotspur are gonna only benefit from. I see the reason Harry Kane's now left. I think we got to take the goals and spread them around the team. That just like every other team, and the best striker in the whole wide world has left us, and it is what it is. We have to live with it, and yeah, just it is what it is.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. Go on, Joe. Of course. Hi, Joe. Behave yourself.
Bit bold,
Yeah,
best striker in the world. Bit bold in it.
Oh, mate, come on. You know he's the best striker in the world. I mean, maybe except for Haaland, but come on, mate. You know he's the best striker in the world.
I think if you're talking about work rates, I think Kane's got to be one of them. Like how he drops into a 10, then goes into a 9, things like that. How Kane the guy don't stop.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I just thought I'd just hop on, and obviously
Who asked for your input?
Hey, wait till Friday.
Yeah, wait till Friday.
We'll win 1-0.
I'll do
It'll be an own goal. It'll be an own goal. No.
Always play the 1-0 card. Always play the 1-0 card. It works.
No, I just wanted to talk about really, because obviously you talked about Spurs United, and I thought we was on about Mount. For me, he's not an 8; he's a 10. That for me is his best position, and obviously it's hard because you got Bruno there, but then now with Mount and Bruno,
we talked about Mount. We talked about Mount. I don't think he. We talked about Mount. I don't think he knows what he's doing, because I don't think Ten Hag's told him exactly what he's meant to be doing.
I don't think Ten Hag's holding his role.
Do you guys think we could see something what Arteta is doing with Havertz basically, and Sakura?
Havertz is a crap sign.
Could I ask you guys? Could I ask you something? Did you guys watch the Palace Arsenal game on Monday?
Yeah.
Can someone explain to me how that was a pen? Because Partey obstructed that play.
Yeah, because when Palace didn't have a penalty.
Huh?
Because I think Palace had the penalty. Palace had a penalty shot, and that was their penalty.
But then one of who's marking Nketiah,
It's
Thomas
a weird
Partey bodied him.
I've been through this with a couple of mates, and we're dumbfounded how the referee could be so inconsistent for one penalty and then a blatant one not given.
I just don't
it's
get
very
it.
inconsistent.
I
That's what we
like,
got VAR for.
Do you guys see?
We got VAR for. VAR there to say, hold on a minute, mate, you might want to have a look at this.
Yeah.
Do you guys think?
They don't. They side with the referee. It's stupid. What's the point of having VAR? We're not going to use it.
Could almost copy Ten Hag and Arteta in a way, play this box midfield with Mount and Bruno.
Yeah, but if Tannen's going to copy, who's it going to be? It's either Wan-Bissaka or Shaw. And I don't think neither of them would do it.
I think maybe they will play a back three and play another midfielder and having as a right back, then just play maybe Amrabat or someone like that. Having down as a right back, but just playing.
Amrabat's a quality player.
I mean, Martinez used to play CDM.
Yeah,
Martinez used to be defensive mid. But then if you take out Martinez, you leave Varane very vulnerable.
Yeah, true. Maybe Luke Shaw, Wan-Bissaka.
Look, Luke Shaw can play in that centre back role, but also, guys, did you hear that? Apparently, United played a closed door. They played a closed door game versus Burnley.
I saw that.
How crazy!
The Kane debate. If you want to solve the Maguire mistake, bring back Smalling.
Man, nah. Can't do that. You can't. Nah. I think. I'm not a fan of bringing players back.
Maguire's shit. Smalling's way better.
Well, yes and no. I just Smalling right now, as much as he's doing well, I think it's in the Serie A. It's in the Serie A at the end of the day. So when you try bring back players, it's like when Tottenham fans, including myself, were calling back Eriksen. He did well. He's done well, but I had a feeling that this is what's going to happen. This is exactly what's happened in the past 2 games. Eriksen. He's not been alive. He's been not been at it. And you look at the likes of the defenders that United have. They have Varane and Martinez. They're like quick centre backs. Smalling, I know he's quick, but he's just not in there for me. I think they should go for much better centre backs like Tosin. Why not Tosin? Why don't they go for him? Why not as a backup? You think Tosin wouldn't mind going to United? Get Anderson. Why not? Why not get Anderson? Why? Shouldn't be a problem.
I don't think it's Dyer. He's a great player.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Give him Dyer. Imagine. More like diabolical.
Dyer and Maguire.
The thing is, though, like with Eriksen, we talk about Eriksen now. Like, I don't sound horribly, but obviously what happened to him at the Euros is really tragic. But I think ever since then, I don't think he's got that like agility anymore, and he's more like a 6.
Correct. But his creativity.
Hold on though. You need enough die, or you declare dead and then come back alive. You're not going to have the fucking skill, are you?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean. Like,
you
he's still the playmaker.
Fucking dead.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, I think ever since then, he's more of a 6 playmaker, number 6, rather than a number 10, what he was at Spurs.
Well, they do. He does take the free kicks and stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah,
but
his legs don't work to stay like that like it used to be. I mean, he used to be fast and able to track back, go forward. Now he's not able to do that. It's just it's like Casemiro. Casemiro, in my opinion, I think is a fantastic CDM, but you only got a certain amount of time until his legs stop working. I mean, if you look at the likes of Modric. Modric is one of a kind where he's still 36, 37, and he's going on. Hold on.
If you're gonna go that route, you got to put Thiago Silva in there. Silva was still doing it for Chelsea.
Silva, correct,
perfectly.
Yeah,
correct.
True, very true.
Yeah,
Thiago Silva's perfect.
Wouldn't
Perfect
say
example,
perfect,
Silva.
but he's good. Yeah.
38 years old. He's doing the Premiership. That's good going.
That's what I mean. He's like 39. It's madness.
Is it just me or is it a bit laggy?
Yeah, Stephen, I think it's a bit laggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I think overall, when you look at the positions that we're talking about right now, you got to remember that they're, in my opinion, they're the hardest positions to play. You're talking about midfield roles. You're talking about CDMs and central midfielders. You know, there's only a couple players in there which I can say on the top of my head who are, no matter how old they'll always be good. I mean, obviously Modric is one. I think Casemiro is the question in that midfield. It's not about is he good enough? It's the question about why is he left vulnerable at the back? Why is he? Because Mount and Bruno Fernandes are too attacking. Where is that balance? You know, you look at Chelsea, look at, not Chelsea because they're new, but you look at, let's say, City, where they got Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, and Rodri. Silva is less attacking than Kevin De Bruyne, or at times Kevin De Bruyne is less attacking than Silva, and it creates that perfect balance.
I think that's what you need, though. You need that balance. I mean, if you look on the screen, what Hano's doing right now, that number 6 is basically Casemiro, and 5 and 7 is Bruno and Mount. And at the end of the day, he's 31, Casemiro, and he needs someone with him to support him through that. Like, I guarantee against Forest, you see Eriksen coming in, and you got him and Casemiro will sit. Bruno will be like number 10, and then everyone will be like, oh, United are back because Mount's not playing.
Correct.
That's what
But Ten Hag needs to. I like Ten Hag. I think he's a brilliant manager, but I think he needs to work his way around Mount and work together with Mount. You can't just shove him in the United team and expect him to somehow do well. Mount is the type of player that needs players around him to help him. You know, him at Chelsea, I think the perfect time was just he was going on that roll where he was just scoring, he was assisting. That's what he needs to go on a roll of games where he's consistently playing with the players next to him congesting next to each other.
Yeah, I think what you need with Mount is more. Tanner needs to put his arm around him and say, "Look, this is what I expect from you. This is what I want." He can't, like you say, and you got to think he didn't really hardly play for much for us last season because he's always injured. So for him to come in and be like, "Right, you're starting this game," you know what I mean? It's just for me. I've already said with Mount like last season. I thought he's not been the same since Tommy Tuchel left.
Correct.
I think even before Tuchel.
No,
like,
but as in the Champions League final, like that's when he was really good at that point.
Yeah.
Like
when he was on his point, yeah, correct.
Yeah.
And what you got to remember is that who were the players around him? You know, had some decent players around him.
And he also also Tuchel knew what his role was. Like Tuchel told him his role, and he went on from there.
Correct.
Ever since we got rid of Tuchel, every manager comes in and be like, right, you're there. Like they haven't really set a good instruction for Mount to what to do. And I think that's the same with Ten Hag in a way, because like you say, look at City, all that midfield three, they've got a good, well balanced. They all know their roles. With United, you've got Casemiro there defending, and then you've got two number 8s. You need.
Yeah. But be up yourself, Josh, for joining. Enjoy the chat. So yeah, quickly shout out your socials where the people can find you.
Cheers, lads. Well, I'm Spurs Live on YouTube, on Instagram. We just about to hit 16k on Instagram and trying to grow that YouTube to get that 2k mark. Yeah, just Tottenham Hotspur updates, match reviews, match previews, match reactions, all that from Tottenham Hotspur point of view. And yeah, great having a stream with you guys, and we'd love to get you guys on the channel sometime. It's been a great stream.
Yeah, no, take care, lad.
Definitely.
All right, have a good one, lads.
All the best.
Good job.
So yeah, let's get to the big one. Friday night kickoff. Chelsea versus Luton. Now, let's first start on Chelsea. Of course, we played West Ham. I'm not going to say the scoreline because the scoreline doesn't talk about the match. But we lined up in a three at the back formation, which was surprising. Of course, Enzo, Gallagher, deeper one. These two were basically interchanging. and Connie as that number
Yeah.
10.
Because we'll
and
put
then-
like that 6 next to the 7 and put that number 9 next to the 8. So it's like a 3-4-2-1. Because you had like Carney as like a number 10, and then you had Sterling as the number 10 to like support him with Jackson.
But I think Sterling was more on the wing. I will put him like there. I think he was more touchline. I think he was more winger. And then Chilwell was like the other winger.
What would you do against Luton, Hanno? Like for me, I would just say get rid of the 3-4-2-1 because
Yeah, get rid.
all summer long we've played 4-2-3-1, and then against Liverpool we went 3-4-2-1. Like yes, I get it was last minute, and it kind of psyched them out, Liverpool out. But then any other day, if Liverpool had number 6, it could have been a different story.
But the thing is, that's Liverpool. That's Liverpool. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
I would line up with this. You've got Enzo and Caicedo. You've got Gallagher in the 10, or
wait,
maybe
are we down to 10 men or something? Because I can only count to 10.
We're very physical.
It looks like we're down to 10 men.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We're very physical.
Yeah, wait, I need to add some.
I was going to say, we don't want to give Luton any advantages, lad.
And then left wing like this.
I've heard Mudryk is injured.
Yeah, Mudryk did not train.
Yeah.
So
maybe put Max in there.
Or I think what they might do is put Madueke on the right.
Yeah, maybe.
And then Sterling on the left, or switch them around.
Yeah.
Because I know what Madueke is both footed.
And then 10 Jackson, yeah.
And then Jackson. This is what I would do. Back 4.
Jackson, Gallagher will go there.
I'll put Gallagher.
I don't think Lavia will start this game. I think he's still.
I'll go Jackson / Enzo, and then to partner Caicedo.
Caicedo's like
Enzo / Santos.
I want, mate. I'm going to Chelsea Wimbledon on Wednesday, and I'm looking forward to Santos playing.
Caicedo, and then left back. Of course, Joel. No.
Question is, who's your centre backs be? I wonder.
I think it was not just because it's vice captain.
It was going to be Chilwell, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I don't like Chilwell as a left back. I don't like him even as a left winger, left mid.
Chilwell, I think, ain't it? Chilwell?
Yeah. But then like you live with Poch though, he done that with Danny Rose, wasn't he? Like was he Danny Rose started as a winger and then he dropped him back at left back.
Cool.
So now you got to choose between Silva or
Danny Rose.
He was good for Poch though.
Danny Rose.
Yeah, but come on, we all must remember that wonderful goal that he did against Arsenal on his debut.
It's between Silva and again.
See, this is hard because I think we played in about 3 wars to protect Silva, but for me, maybe start to Sassy.
Not that for the past fucking 20 years, wasn't he?
Huh?
I'm going to Sassy.
Liverpool past glories, Joe.
What have you made of Gusto? I don't play too.
See, I thought we weren't that bad against West Ham. Well, there was one of them when I thought Ben Ram was going to do it, and he just did that really good tackle.
I don't trust it.
But no, I think that would be the team, and I think it'll be like a 4-3-3 instead. I don't think it'll be a 4-2-3 unless Gallagher plays that number 10 role.
Yeah, so it might be something like this.
That's what I think it'll be.
And then just Enzo and Gallagher taking
or it could be like City. You know when City do like 4-3 and then Caicedo's that number 6, and then the other two are like next to each other.
Yeah, as 8. Yeah, it could be something like that.
It could be something like that. Yeah.
You know, that's true.
I mean, that what you just done there, that will probably be Luton's formation, wouldn't it, Stephen? 3-5-2.
Yeah, that's Luton's formation, I think. Yeah.
More 5-3-2. More like 3 centre backs and 2 wing backs.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like the 5 and 4 are like the wing back sort of thing, and then when we're attacking, they go into like say it's 5-3-2.
In a way, you can say 3-5-2. You could.
Yeah. I think when you're attacking, I think it'd be 3-5-2, but when you're defending, it'd be 5-3-2.
One thing, of course, tactically, I saw from Chelsea is Chilwell, and Joe. I don't know about you, but I think Chilwell is good as a left winger.
We can become more compact when you're attacking.
I feel Chilwell. I do like him though.
We try and close avenues down when you're attacking.
I just think with Luton as well, like I'm not going to say they're going to be like the West Ham, but like, I mean, West Ham came in with a game plan. When they took the leads, I mean, as soon as that penalty missed, it went into West Ham's hands. And if we were winning 2-1 at half time, then West Ham would have had to come out.
We're going to have a game plan, though.
Huh?
We're not going to have a game plan, though.
No, I'm saying you will have a game plan.
West Ham had
no. I
hope so.
I said you will have a game plan.
I fucking hope so.
I
fucking hope so.
You'll be like West Ham. No, I mean, you'll be like West Ham, like sort of thing, like sit back and then go for it, sort of thing, like you normally do.
A lot of people say we'll do what West Ham did.
Yeah,
we'll do exactly what West Ham did. Bully
Similar. I don't think you'll be that bad as West Ham, but I think you'll be similar.
We'll bully them. But like West Ham did, we'll bully them.
I think that's what I mean. If you get
that's one thing I'm very.
I think it'll be an interesting match between. It'll be an interesting match between Colton Morris and Disasi.
I think Morris come out. I think Morris can outrun the defence. I really think he can. If Antonio can do it, Morris can.
I was going to say. I mean, look at Antonio. As soon as Disasi got that yellow card in the first half, Antonio picked on him the whole game.
Has to be careful.
Yeah, because he's like, well, if you found me, you're off.
I seriously think if Morris gets a sniff, he'll beat the defence.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. I think
he will beat the defence. He's very physical as well. Morris is very physical as well.
Yeah. I genuinely do believe it. I think if Morris targets Disasi, I think that's where you will get your goal.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was saying. Disasi's the one target.
Yeah. Because Caldwell, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Caldwell.
And if you want to put another spin on it, it's big. Thiago Silva's not big. If he can keep the ball to his feet, Thiago ain't going to get off him.
That's what I mean. I think with Thiago Silva as well.
Alibaba is quality with his feet.
The guy's 39. Like, yes, okay. But the thing is as well, like, even if you've got someone like
Adebayo got bullied. Adebayo got kicked. Adebayo got kicked. Adebayo in the championship got kicked, shoved, pushed, niggled, and he still never lost the ball.
Yeah. And also, the thing is, I've got to realise
that bullshit now, Adebayo, after the amount of abuse and the amount of fucking kicks and shit he got in the championship, he's ready for the Premiership.
This is what I expect it to be.
Battered in it. He got battered. I swear, his legs must have come out black and blue every game. The amount of shit he used to get kicked out of.
Yeah. The amount of ice bars he had.
Adebayo is a fuck.
Basically, what I expect.
I think it's magic, Adebayo.
Can I ask you, Stephen? Hannah, I've just realised this as well. I think Barkley will be on the bench for you guys.
The interesting thing is, one interesting thing though is Barkley going to start against his former club?
No.
Is Barkley?
I personally think what Hanno is doing there.
Ross Barkley.
I think that's
going to start against his former club.
I think Barkley will come on. I just don't think he will start because what Hanno's doing there. I can't see Barkley being that 8 or 7 because he likes to go drive forward. So I reckon it'll be like Nakamba. Who's your other centre mids? Who's your other centre mids? I'm going to look.
Ruddock and...
Ruddock.
Campbell.
Yeah, Ruddock. Yeah, that's it. Perfect.
Campbell.
Oh. Campbell's on the bench, Stephen, normally.
Ruddock.
Yeah, I think Ruddock will
Who
start.
else?
Nakamba, Ruddock, and Campbell.
Yeah, we
Campbell,
can.
yeah.
And then you have.
Oh, I think it's going to be. I think what it'll be. I won't be on Friday. It'll be Ruddock, Nakamba, and Barkley.
You reckon?
He'll put Barkley. Yeah, Barkley's. He reckons Barkley's fit and raring to go. So I reckon he'll start him against his former club.
Okay. I just think they'll bring him on. Like if you like, let's say for instance you're 1 goal behind.
Show
bring
him
him on
that he's
that
still
way.
got it. Fucking
Yeah.
Sanchez. Score Holy past Sanchez. Score worldly past Sanchez. Have a big up, wouldn't it?
Does it, like I got it there. I think that's how it will be. It will be either Morris and either Bayer. I think they will
I
interchange.
mean, Morris would be that number 10. Adebayo will be like the winger sort of thing, like helping out the wing backs.
I think it could be.
The interesting point is,
I think it depends.
We're going to have a goal. We're going to have a commitment crawl.
Surely go Kaminsky, wouldn't we?
Also, Kaminsky.
For me, Kaminsky.
And then it'll be Giles left wing back.
Still keep number 1 because I don't think he kept losing.
Yeah. And left wing back?
Giles, isn't it? Isn't it Stephen? Giles? Giles.
Giles.
And then number 5 would be Kabore. So Kabore.
Kabore.
You better be because he's in my fantasy team.
And then of course will be Ruddock.
I'm gonna have to be patient as well, though. I think we'll have to be patient as well.
Wait, it's the third centre back.
No, wait, no, wait. How many players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9.
See, I think it'll be Ruddock and Nakamba's the 8 and 7.
Yeah, wait. I made a mistake. This should. Who will be the middle centre back, Steven?
He was joining back in a sec.
Oh.
Is it Anders Lockyer?
It's Lockyer or Anderson.
I'm gonna have a look at Luton's thing for you, and then I'll let you know. Oh, Villa won 5-0.
Yeah, Villa won 5-0. I did predict it's 1-1.
I think you got to think of as well. This is Luton's second game.
Yeah, so they will be up for it. Then I believe Adebayo will be.
I think he'll be the lone striker.
Having Morris there.
Okay. So the other centre back's Bell.
Yeah, Bell. I think it's this side. Bell is this side.
Yeah, right or left. I think
it's right, and then centre. It's either Anderson or Lockyer. But I know they got injuries.
I mean, they did start, and they both started with Anderson and Lockyer.
But then it will be Bell on this side and Lockyer on the right hand side. Yeah.
And they put Lockyer as number 2, and then that can be
Lockyer.
Tom Lockyer, yeah. And then that could be Anderson, Mads Anderson.
Yeah, I think that it will be like that.
And then, see, number 6, I would put Chong maybe on the left.
Yeah, it could be. But let me go with Ruddock on the.
But yeah, that's it. Put Ruddock. Yeah, that's it.
Ruddock and then
Nakamba.
Nakamba.
And then number 6, I think, is Chong. And then that's number Adebayo.
I think they. Wait, isn't Adebayo left wing?
I don't know. I mean,
I think he's a left wing.
If he's left,
Chong is also left wing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm thinking. But then I think Adebayo can be flexible. I think
Steven really need
it. Hey, bud.
We need. Yeah, exactly. We need to play back 4. and I
We need
want
to
to see us
agreed.
to attack more. But one key point is how will we attack? Because we couldn't create any chances um, against West Ham other than crossing the ball. So can we physically break them down? That's why I'm scared about Luton. Is that we can't break them down.
The thing is, I don't know if Stephen's going to disagree or agree on this, but the back three you look at and you think they've not got any Prem experience. So then it's like, do you literally try and thread it to Jackson and he makes the comes to the best of it? But then you got Lockyer and Bell like helping him, like Anderson, because they're not alone. So this is what I'm thinking. And also you got Madueke against Charles. Like Charles, okay, yes, he came from Wolves, but I don't think he's ever played in the Prem. Kabul.
The one thing with Charles is he's got pace.
Exactly.
So he can bomb up and down that pitch.
Yeah.
So if they counter, he will definitely be one key when
That's
they
what I mean.
counter.
That's when you got like number 9. That's when you got number 9
got
like
experience because he's played in the Champions League for one of the teams City loaned him out to.
Oh, Marseille.
Yeah, Marseille. So he's got experience, Kabore, even though he's young. So
well, he'll know Sterling.
Yeah, definitely.
So he'll know how he plays.
So
like I say, I think number 9 will be Adebayo and then number 6 will be Chong.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like, they can all pack in numbers sort of thing. Like, that's how they'll be. And, yeah, I mean, Roddick and Manzu, I mean, yeah, he just does the job, doesn't he? And then you've got Nakamba there, Prem experience. And that's what I like about Luton. I mean, I know I say this all the time to Stephen, but I just think at the end of it, you just think
it
they've
might
not
be
spent.
Chong. I think it would rather be this. Something like this. Make it a bit narrow.
It can be. I mean, then you can even put Chong in front of Nakamba and Roddick, and then put Adebayo.
I think it might be like that.
I think they'll do. See, I think they'll do similar to us as well. Like when we set up against West Ham, we had Chukwuemeka and Sterling behind Jackson, and I think that's what Luton are going to do with Adebayo and Chong.
Yeah, I think both will be like but wider, like to provide that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It'll be like a 2-1.
I just don't know about who's going to be on what side. That's the only problem. Oh yeah,
it's hard because it's Luton's second game, and then we're in our third.
Yeah,
that's the only issue. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's not Luton's fault. At the end of the day, it's just it is what it is. And to be fair to them, they're complying with the rules. They're doing it, and what can I say?
I'm really scared they saw 80th minute winner.
I think Chelsea fans. I think Chelsea fan nailed it on the head. If Luton go up 1-0 up, I think it'll be hard because look at West Ham. They were 1-0 up, parking the bus, and yet we scored from Chukwuemeka. Then West Ham had to come out again. And when we missed that penalty, that was them for like, right, we got away with this one. We need to do a lot better. And I think that's what they did. As soon as Antonio got that second goal, was like, right, we'll park that bus now. We've done it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think as well, like, against Luton, I think. Oh, sorry. When I'm going against Wimbledon, it will be like a second team. I'm aware of that.
I think you might see Lavia's debut.
Santos.
Maatsen. Maatsen definitely.
Mate, if Maatsen starts, I'm looking forward to him start. Who?
Is it? No. Pekovic? No. Petrovic? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, the new goalie we're signing. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to confuse his name with Petkovic.
It'll be interesting who the right back will be, you know.
The problem is I don't rate Gusto. Chelsea fans, Chelsea fans rate him highly, and I didn't watch him preseason, and the games I saw of him, like, it's not impressing me much. So
I think he's just a normal right back, doesn't he? Does it on the day and things like that. Like, he's not like the Reece James, like, can put the crosses in, But then again, he did that against West Ham, actually.
He
I
did
don't know.
actually-
That's the thing. I do not know who our right back's going to be come Wednesday against Wimbledon, and I'm looking forward to it. But at the same time, I'm going to be dreading it at the same time.
Yeah.
Because then I think the centre backs will be maybe, is it Gilchrist? Humphreys? But Humphreys, I've heard he's going on loan to Swansea.
Yeah, I think he will go.
But it's going to be hard, though, because I don't know who our right back will be. I think Cucurella will be left back. 100%.
Yeah. I don't know. But hopefully it joins back.
Yeah.
But I think we've basically, unless it's something completely, we've done this completely wrong, and
No,
Luton
I
are
don't
going
think
to
so.
come out attacking, or else attacking.
This is what I mean. Like when I said to Stephen, I can't picture Barkley starting. I really couldn't
I
because
think the only way Barkley stays is start if they're going to hit us every time on a counter attack and can keep that ball. But I think he might come on the last few minutes and just hit us on the break.
that's what I mean. Like let's say for instance we're one goal up, I think that's when they'll throw Barkley on.
Yeah, because he's a progressive passer. Like he can progress at play. Yeah. Be up yourself of JPT. Okay, the At a Time podcast. Make sure
JPT.
so. I think that's about it. Really.
The thing is as well, I think it's hard as well because we're missing Nkuku massively. Like he is probably the focal point of that Poch's like 4-2-3-1, and that's why I think we kind of went for 3 at the back. But I feel like with the 4-2-3-1, I still think we can get the job done or go 4-3-3.
Yeah, definitely.
I think if we get someone like Kudus from Ajax, apparently he wants to go to Arsenal, but I think if we get him, I think he can go back to that 3-4-2-1 with him and Sterling. But I don't want him to, but I feel like that he could do if we do get Kudus. I'm just glad we're not getting Brendan Johnson.
Yeah,
I like him as a player, but I just think he just won't fit Chelsea. He's just too predictable.
Yeah. So let's end it on here. Of course, big up yourself, Joe, for joining. Big up Spurs Live, aka Josh.
Big up Stephen.
Big up Stephen, of course. Big up himself. I think he just has laptop problems. But yeah, of course, tomorrow I might hop on Mr. T-Boys TV's aka Tyler's Hatter show about the Chelsea.
When are you doing your predictions? Like,
I first want to know what time is the Hatter show, then I can plan according to that. But I think that will be around 6 and 6:30. So my shows will be after that.
Yeah, because on Friday I won't be there on the Friday, but if you do it like on the Thursday tomorrow, if you want me to hop on, I'll do it tomorrow.
Will be tomorrow.
That's fine. I'll hop on then.
It will be tomorrow. So yeah, be up yourself. Of course, be up everyone that has joined. And if you enjoyed this version, Coach's Tactics, I think it's a good football side. Of course, just talking and giving predictions. Do smash like and subscribe on this video and share it around. Says he can play right back. Wouldn't risk.
He can, but then would you play him against Wimbledon though?
No, I want to smash Wimbledon. That's a confident.
Mate, I'm going now. I want an absolute annihilation.
Yeah, put Jackson on. Forget Burstow. Put Jackson on. Smash them.
Would you? Here's a question. Would you? I know Burstow is our backup, but if Brozier's fit, would you start him against Wimbledon?
What? Brozier
against Wimbledon? Yeah.
Right.
I just think it just gets him minutes on the pitch.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can bring on Burstow.
Yeah. But yeah, that's That's on that. So yeah, be up yourselves. Be up Joe. Be up Stephen. Be up Josh. Make sure to subscribe to Josh. Always entertaining. Love to do a watch along with him. If he don't think he does watch alongs, but if he does, it would be so fun to see his reaction when they concede. But yeah, be
I
up
would like
yourselves.
to, but obviously I'm around my parents' house, so I don't think I
No.
would.
Instagram _coach_corner Twitter 70830030 and then TikTok coach11. Be up yourselves, people. See you all in a bit. Peace out.